Icky.
Good morning.
Good morning. How much snow do you guys have?
What?
How much snow do you?
No more snow. It started to melt. We still, our
Okay.
grass is still covered, but it's not bad. But it's cold and I have my fireplace going, so, you know.
Oh, wow.
Hey, really quick question, because I may have to send my husband to the store really quick. Did you guys take your test yet?
Nope.
You
Did
did?
No, I did not.
I did.
Oh, Allison did. Okay. Did they make your tabs all close when you started, like your applet and everything? So you had all that available to use? And-
So it says in it, like when you start it, the Proctorio says, it looks like your computer's, I know. Sorry, my son just got back from his endoscopy.
Oh,
No, he's just coming in the door. So it tells me like, oh, it's looking busy. You might have to explain this. But it didn't make me close out of it. It asks, do you want to continue or do you want to close out? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna close out. I've got it set up. It's
right.
flipping 5
One
o'clock
of
in the morning. I'm
One of
not-
my other ones, I did my test Proctorio thing and it automatically closed my tabs. But then after it was done, they all came back. So I was a little worried about that. So I've got down on the bottom, then I've got my spreadsheet data, which it sounded like somebody said we would need. And, okay, so I just want the applet and all that, so.
You
that's all. I
want the
just-
applet, you want the toolbox.
Yep.
I used Excel to calculate, but then I also had my calculator, because I don't know how to do some of the stuff on Excel yet. Like I don't know how to do.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
I had my, you could just use it. Hey, buddy. You're not the buddy I was talking to, but hi, baby. Sorry, I had my calculator up because we have a scientific calculator and I was pretty sure I would just screw that up. So
Yeah.
I just use the one on my computer. And then it doesn't have you, like, there's not extra Excel spreadsheets that you're opening. And
Okay.
there's information that you can input in the toolbox, but there's nothing that we have to open up and get the data that way. So
Okay.
Yeah, so on my computer, I have 2 screens. So when I did the test Proctorio, it made me disconnect one of my screens.
that's,
So I can't.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So like, I mean, I would like to have my Excel sheet on one screen and my test on the other one, but they wouldn't let me do that. So anyways, but I mean, I can understand why.
right.
So, but
Yeah,
yeah, but that was the only issue I had. I had all my other tabs open. This is also my work computer. So I had my email tab open. It didn't make me close any of that. So
Have you ever, babe? Have you
yeah,
ever tried taking
but-
your test on your screen?
we'll see.
No, it won't let you. Just FYI, it'll tell you. No.
So was it really a 4-hour test, Allison? I didn't think so.
I finished it in about 50 minutes.
he said the average, I tried to watch the rest of the thing this morning.
Long.
Oh my gosh, who is that girl? I wanted to just smack her. I'm sorry. It's like, is this your personal study group? Seriously, she had to comment on everybody's question. It's like, mute your freaking microphone. Oh my. Anyway, sorry, just me. I just watched it, so it's fresh in my brain right now, but he said it was an average of an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I got an 86, so.
Good
And
job.
Yeah.
Considering it's math, I'm gonna take it. So,
Yeah.
and I
D's are
know-
degrees, C's are degrees.
Right. I know,
D's are even degrees, so it's okay.
I know some of the stuff that I missed, he didn't cover. So
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's nice.
I like, it sucks because gosh dang it, if I'd covered it, I would have, like, it's covered in our material. It just wasn't in the study session.
Okay.
But for me, it's like, okay, I went over what was on that little thing. I read over and I knew I'd read it, but I couldn't remember it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's, I didn't think it was bad. What we've been doing in our group, I think the majority of it will be fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, they can't give out A's to everybody because that would be, you know,
No, and I went into
Bad.
the semester thinking if I get a C, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. So, and I didn't, so that was I didn't even finish it.
I used a size font 8 font for all of my stuff at the top, and then I started handwriting in a few things, but I still have a few things to go through and just copy on there, my formulas and everything. So I just have to make sure my bifocals are, you know.
That's one thing. He says, I don't know how many of y'all have watched the study group thing, but I showed
did.
mine at the beginning of the proctorio. And because he said sometimes it'll flag it like, oh my gosh, they didn't show their 1 page of notes and they keep looking down. So I showed it. I'm like, that's my notes, not on the back,
Got it.
just on the front. And then I put it down. So I don't know if that'll make a difference, but I just figured it took me 2 seconds to say, don't be a
Good to
snot.
know. Interesting. Okay.
I talk when I'm doing math. And so I'm like, okay, and then 250, I mean, like I say it out loud because that's how I am able to like think it through. I do that when I do Sudoku and everything, I say it out loud because it just helps me process it. So are you not allowed to talk?
I did.
Okay, good.
I think as long as you're not obvious, like if I wasn't sitting here like, and it says, da, 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 like,
Okay, thank you.
that's there. Like,
Right.
I think there's a certain allowance for that's just the way some people test take, as long as you're not obvious about the fact that like you're trying to get someone else to help.
Right.
Get the answer. I
Well,
imagine.
it sounds like, I don't even think that they really care. I mean, he's like, in that study thing, he was going, you know, we're not micromanaging.
Right.
It's fine. It's fine. If you have a problem, contact Proctorio or let me know. And then, you know, so I don't think it's like as like rigid as some classes are, I think,
Mhm.
for this. It's just,
I think most of them wish they didn't have to do it that way.
yeah, it's not, I think so. Anyway, I'm just going to tell you right now, I have not read anything about today's stuff. Did you guys, you probably already did it, Allison, because you are on the spot.
Well, no, today I've been up since about 4:30. Because my kiddo had to be down in Ogden at 6, and so they had to leave here by 5. And I knew once he was out the door and on his way to his endoscopy, I wasn't going to get any sleep. I would have just laid there. So I just got ready. I took my test. I didn't have my kids downstairs. I was quiet. And when they were still asleep, it was like, okay, well, I'll get started on the reading. I struggled a little bit. It's funny because I have a hard time with math, but the fact that there wasn't a lot of the equations in it, I struggled with that. It's a lot of definitions this week. Did you?
Yeah, so I started to read through it too, about an hour ago. And like, where's the math at? I was like, I was actually confusing myself because I'm like, where's the math? I started to do some of the questions. I'm like, what am I supposed to compute here? So, and then I actually opened up the quiz too. I started to go through that. I'm like, I'm not doing any math yet. I mean, I'm only halfway into it, but so anyways.
See, I brought up, it got to the point, I wish I could show you guys like my screen, but it'll only show one or the other. I've got the answer key next to it and it, so that if I could not figure out how it transferred, I
Mhm.
could see the answer and then I would go and word search it in the text because it was too much text for me.
Yeah,
Try and get it done. So anyhow, it's
Haven, did you take your test?
I did, yeah.
How'd you do?
I did really well, actually.
Good. You got 100, is you said?
No, I got a 98.
Oh, well,
awesome.
100.
wow, good job.
Basically 100. That's awesome. Good job.
Did you take it yet?
I didn't. Allison did.
You'll do fine. It's not bad.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I'm taking it tonight when my kids are getting in, are in bed. So, because I have stuff to do this afternoon, and I have work, and then extra activities. I can't just rest right now. I can't take it right now. So I need a bit more quiet and less stuff.
Yeah,
less
just focus.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyways,
And just have like water with you, you know.
yeah, go to the bathroom, make sure you're not going anywhere. I think I stressed myself out more. Put you down. Put you down. No, no, no.
so this is a really dumb question. If I have music on in the background, does that send up a red flag?
It can. I turned off my music.
You have any of those batteries?
Okay,
I'm
Oh.
one of those that I have to have background noise for everything.
me too. Like I can't have
Having
silence.
kids in the background all the time.
Well, I have my small fan going in the background because I just need some sort of noise. Yeah.
I have windows on my, I don't know. Family likes to tease me. I've got a window for when I'm not having to focus. That's more upbeat music, and then I've got one that's, I don't know. I'm just weird.
Yeah.
No, don't touch that. I turned that off for a reason.
I got the Eagles in the background. That's my thing, my jam. So
There
when
you
I went
go.
to Phoenix, we went to the Eagles concert in Phoenix. It was
Cool.
2 weeks ago. So good. So good.
So
Yeah, I'm old. Do you guys even know who the Eagles are? I'm sorry.
I'm not that. Yes, I know who they are.
Got a couple of their vinyls.
Wow, vinyls.
Yep.
I used to have those too. My
Yeah.
ex-husband has them now. I know.
My parents were like,
More than you ever wanted to know about me, right? All right. Well, should we just do it so we can get on with the day?
Sure.
Not that I love talking to you guys all day, but everything in my classes is due by Wednesday, all my major stuff in all of my classes. And then it's just a bunch of like discussion posts.
Yeah, I don't understand why that is.
I don't either because it's super heavy on the first part of the week and it kind of drives me a little crazy.
Like the exam. Why have it due on Wednesday?
see, and
Yeah.
I would do Wednesday, but they open up on like Friday night. It made no sense to me that you didn't have the weekend because if you're working full time,
Yeah, like I am.
right? When do you get the studying and the testing in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
A bit of
another
period.
lesson on top of that.
Yeah.
They don't care.
So
They're heartless.
I'm like totally, I don't know. You guys have the app on your phone for Canvas.
Yeah.
Does it ever depress you when you see, sorry, can you guys
Oh,
that number down there?
to do.
Yes.
All right.
I can't have if I have a notification anywhere on my phone, I have to clear it. I can't stand it. It drives me crazy.
It's the number that stresses me out because when I
Yes.
see at the beginning of the week that I have 28 items that I need to complete in the week, it
Mhm.
just kind of is like, okay, sorry.
No, I'm with you. Okay. All right, let's see, where are we at? Business statistics.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Not sure where Morgan and John are today.
Yeah. Maybe they had enough of us for the week.
It's been a doozy. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
Oh, I thought this was my screen up. I'm like, why isn't this scrolling? You shared your screen. I'm like, what's going on?
You can, if you want to share it, I'm okay with that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just thought it was mine. So I was like, I'm trying to read through and anyway.
No, you're fine. That's okay. I'm gonna be nosy. I'm curious. They're getting longer.
How many questions do we have?
One.
21.
Okay, which hypothesis involves equality? I think that's the alternative.
That would be the,
That'd be the null.
If-
hypothesis.
Oh, that's right. It's the X.
it's null.
That's
Yeah.
right. See, this is why y'all are here. Not the only reason, obviously, but
I'm going to be absolutely no help. I'm just going to write down the answers so I can check mine when I do it. So
no, you are just fine.
guys, let's listen to your expertise.
I probably shouldn't be the one leading this.
We just get to practice on yours to see what the score is. That's
I don't mind. You guys are smart, so it helps. Okay. The p-value is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic at least as extreme as one that was actually observed. Use this information to answer the next question. Remember that the p-value is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic at least as extreme as the one you actually observed. When computing the p-value, which hypothesis do you assume to be true?
That'd be null, right?
Yeah.
So basically null is always assumed to be true. An alternative is either not true, greater than or less than, correct? From what I read, Allison?
Yes,
Okay.
if I understand it correctly.
Yeah.
Which, that's a big if, but yeah. Okay, suppose that the null hypothesis is H. Is that a 0? Or is that?
I don't know what it is. It's
Because
null.
I think so.
feel like it changes. Mu equals 10. Use this information to answer the next 3 questions. Which of the following represents the alternative hypothesis for a two-tailed? Now, this is what I was thinking of, right?
Me too.
That's what I was thinking when it was up. Whatever, what was it, 3? That's right?
Yeah.
Because in the reading, it gave you some examples of that too.
Okay. Which of the following represents the alternative hypothesis for a left-tailed?
Do the first one.
Is it?
Is it right, Tim?
I always get confused with the less than and greater than, but it is one of the first 2.
Looking it up.
So looking at the reading, is this, wait, hold on a second, sorry, is this H? Yeah, it is HA, okay. So left-tailed is mu is greater than whatever that number is.
The 10.
10
Yeah.
years.
And then the second one is the exact opposite of that.
So right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was pretty sure this is the kind of kids
Yeah.
the age I have. The alligator is eating the mu.
Yes.
But
Or it's eating which anyhow. So which of the following represents right-tailed that one, right?
yeah.
Remember that we determine the outcome of a hypothesis test by comparing the p-value to the level of significance, or alpha. Use this information to answer the next 2 questions. Which relationship would result in failing to reject the null hypothesis? See, this is where I was getting mixed up.
Yeah, these two I didn't understand.
Is it when it's greater than Z? I'm gonna go back to my homework. So the p-value is the probability that you will get a sample test statistic at least as extreme as the one you got, assuming the null hypothesis is true. You calculate it by finding the area under the normal distribution curve that is more extreme than the z-score. That's this, right?
But it's talking about rejecting the hypothesis, which
Oh. Remember. So is it the opposite?